This week's video, we unbox Warhammer 40k Killzone Sector Mechanicus Environment Expansion. Hello everyone, and welcome to Rage Against The Imperium. In today's episode, we'll be unboxing Warhammer 40k Killteam Killzone Sector Mechanicus Environment Expansion. This box set expansion is for Killteam, in which it gives you a game board, missions, rules, and terrain to use in the Killteam game or in 40k, whatever you like. So this box contains Sector Mechanicus game board, Sector Mechanicus scenery, 8 pages of Sector Mechanicus booklet, 12 Sector Mechanicus tactical cards, 4 Sector Mechanicus mission cards, and 1 Sector Mechanicus card, environment card, sorry. So just have a look around the box. As you can see, it's pretty heavy. You get quite a lot of terrain, like a lot of terrain. Like this box alone is the price of this. Like this whole thing together is the price of this whole box. So great deal, great deal. As well as the board. So we shall open this box right now in all its glory, and we shall see what is inside. So going to be using a knife. Sit there first, everyone. Smallest blade if possible.
3 hours later.
There we go. There we go. Okay. So open the top for the moment. We'll just see what's inside. This is exciting. Ooh. What's this? Colored plastic terrain. Ooh. Wasn't expecting that. We'll just move this out of the way. Put the back of the logo. More train pieces. Lots more train pieces for the pre-thin pipes. The board in all its glory. We should open this in a minute. The book to make everything, as well as seems everything else, and the cards need to play the missions, and it will see in the 12 tactical cards for the Secretary, or sorry, for Sector Mechanicus. So we have more terrain, lots more terrain, a lot more terrain, just lots and lots of terrain. Just to put it into perspective, pretty great deal. All this terrain on its own, if you were to get it in euros, would be roughly around 120 to 140 euro depending, because this on its own 60 euro, give or take, maybe 40. Yeah, it's about 60 because of those bridges and whatnot. Those pipes, there's 2 sets of pipes, so because they're like 30 euro each, it's 60 euro. And then these 2 furnaces or chimneys, or whatever they are, terminals maybe, they're around 45 euro each. So in regards to what the train is, and the board, and well, these as well, you get quite a lot for your buck. Like you're about saving maybe like 3/4 of the price of what you would get on this train on its own, and you would just get terrain. You wouldn't even get the special cards for the train. You wouldn't get the missions. Wouldn't get all this terrain in a bundle. You wouldn't get pre-colored plastic, which makes it easier to paint and base and whatnot. And you wouldn't get a cool board that you can play the game on. So it's great so far. So right now, gonna put all this terrain away. Gonna have a look at what's inside this book, inside this package. We will then open up the cardboard, game board, have a look at both sides, see how it looks, and we will see how we go from there. So with the train put away, let's dive into the booklet, the cards, and the missions for the game. So don't need a knife for this part, just a easy seal. Might notice I added another light into the video. Did notice that the video was kind of dark, so I'm after adding a few extra lights, so hopefully everything should be brighter and a lot more detail. So go through the booklet first. Ooh, it's kind of shiny. There you go. Killteam Sector Mechanicus Environment Expansion. So, introduction. Sector Mechanicus, Irons Labyrinths, sorry. And then just a picture of the train and Space Wolves versus Orcs. Great. As well as what you can make, so it's pretty good. It's alright. It's probably more of just a fluff backup thing for actual whole box set itself, more than anything. Just gives you a little bit of backstory as to what they're fighting over on both sides and why it's probably Orcs and Space Wolves fighting specifically. So next, we will leave this to the end, and we actually go through the train. We shall go through the cards. Okay, so that's probably won't need a knife. Okay, I'm just going to need a knife for a small bit. See the first. Okay, good. So we'll just have a look at this and see what is inside. So, Killzone Sector Mechanicus environment table. So, what kind of effects are added onto the game. So then there's a little postcard as to what the train is supposed to look like for the specific mission, I think, maybe. Or just a general idea of what maybe you want to look like. So we got a match play mission with deployment of how the game should be played. Another match play mission with more deployment options. Another match one with just one deployment option, but one everyone loves playing. And this is also a narrative play mission, sorry. So we have two match plays so far, a narrative and a narrative. So you get two narratives, you get two match played, and you get a random D6 table to see if there's any other conditions added on to this game. So with a general look as to what the board should look like in the Sector Mechanicus. Yes, Sector Mechanicus side of the board. So you also get some tactics for these, some command points, well not command points, but things that cost command points, stratagems, that's the one. So that's it for the quote-unquote rules. Next, we'll look at the last thing in the bag, which is the cards. And we'll see what their story is. So, again, knife, see the first. Right, we're good. So, yeah, so these are upgrades for Sector Mechanicus. So, yeah, if in Killteam you get like different leader, you get like different squad roles. You can like a leader, a veteran, a comms, a sniper, demolitions. Don't want to show you the case and giving stuff away as well as stratagem. So that it's also maybe some like cool art in the back of the car, so you know what's what. So you know, for example, these are the leader roles, and then you know, for example, that these are train bits. So next up in the boxing is the board. One side is Sector Mechanicus and one side is Sector Imperialis, if you can't say the word. Can't pronounce things. So again, knife, hopefully for the last time. Hopefully. Don't like using these things. See it first. Just gonna go for an easy corner. I don't wanna do anything damaging. Okay, and we're good. No more knife, hopefully. So just peeling back the seal. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. Don't like opening these things. I like the film wrap that they use. Would much rather keep things inside if possible, but gotta be used. Okay, that's the wrap done. Board, it actually feels quite nice. It's not cheap. It doesn't feel like a Monopoly board. It actually feels like a proper game board. Maybe when you get from a board game. It's thick. It's quite sturdy. I'm actually pretty happy with this. Looks pretty cool, pretty detailed. A lot bigger than I expected. Alright. So I'll put this bad boy out and we will see how it looks compared to a 4x4 table. And here we are with the game board open, and as you see, it is in quite amazing detail, and it is quite a big board, to be honest, at 22 inches by 30 inches. So as you can see, the detail is pretty good. It looks like when you put the train on, you'll actually be on top of other trains, so you could be up in the mountains in the sky, or maybe you could be down between two cliffs, in between some bridges, some sector Mechanicus train, and constructs holding everything together. So it's pretty good. Good thing is it's flat, so when you roll dice, you don't have to worry about hitting off any bumps or anything, and you can always get those ones. Those ones are great. So I'll show you the Sector Imperialis side next, and then I'll give you my full thoughts on what I think the board is like. I have the Sector Mechanicus side of the board, or Sector Imperialis, sorry, and it looks fantastic. It is basically based off of the Sector Imperialis train boards you can get from Forge World, but better. And I say better because nothing is raised. So unlike the boards where you might roll into a gut or have a cocked dice, or have a bit of rubble that make a dice roll, or any of these bits here that are raised or in depth, it just rolls flat. Like the other side of the board, getting a 2 instead of 1, that's better. So what I think about these boards is that it's actually really great. These are actually pretty cool, because if you buy, say, a box, say you buy one starter box and then buy 2 expansion sets, well, you're going to have a 44 side board by 60 inch, and then you'll have one set up there by 32 by 22, which is the bare minimum for a 4x4, give or take. Maybe 2 sides of the board won't have any bit of cardboard on it, but then you can fill those bits with train, so it won't look like anything's wrong. So if you don't have a gaming mat, and if you don't have the money for the Sector Imperialis train boards, these expansion train sets, for Killteam and the actual starter set is a great way for you to get a board and get a train and play on your tabletop without it looking bare, without a cloth, without Pringle cans and drink lids and whatever to have around the house to make any kind of train. You will actually get pretty much everything with these box sets, which is amazing. So up next, we'll look at the train detail. Next up, we'll have a look at the train in this set, and we'll actually see what train sets or train pieces you get in the set. So first up, we'll look at the thermic plasma conduits. So with this box set, you get 1, 2 bits of conduits. So with that, these both cost about €30 each. So to get the 2 of these together is €60, which is €5 less than this whole box set. Ridiculous price. So these pieces of train are pretty cool. As you can see, they're pretty detailed. They'll be pretty fun to paint. You can add on detail to them for your Killteam battle reports and for your 40k battle reports. So it's good that they give 2 of them, because it's kind of like small LOS blocking train for your infantry, as well as like small things like Ripper Swarms and Scarabs. And it's just nice to have kind of a small scatter train for the actual scenery of the board. And it's good that you actually get 2 lots of these. So one of these is €30, meaning that 2 of these is €60 from the Games Workshop website or Warhammer shop. Next, we will have a look at the Akamite stack, which costs €40 on its own, and it's a Games Workshop exclusive, so you can't actually get it in any other shop at the moment. And great train. Somewhat LS blocking, a lot more space for your infantry to go on top of, and as well as it kind of actually connects with the plasma conduits a small bit, and that these pipes will somewhat line up with these little holes here, so you can actually make pretty cool looking scenery with them, as well as make a modular and swap some bits out if you want to and whatever else. So that's the Akamite stack at €40, meaning that at the moment with both bits of train, sorry, I'll actually just put everything inside the frame. So that means that 2 of these are 60 and that's 40, so that's so far 140 or €100, sorry, worth of train from a €65 box. And the last piece of train that comes in this box is the Ferrotonic Incinerator, which costs €45. So the tray in this box set on its own to be separate is €145, which is €80 more expensive than the actual box set on its own. And that's without the board, that's without the cards, that's without anything besides this terrain. And it also is terrain that isn't pre-coloured. So usually you'll get bog standard GW sprue coloured terrain, whereas now this is actually kind of painted like a greyish kind of brown, which is good because it's actually easier to print, or you could put a simple wash on it straight away and you'll have somewhat painted looking terrain even though it's just coloured plastic with a wash. So this is the ferrotonic incinerator, and as you can see, a lot of sprues, a lot of detail, and a lot of room to make a customizable terrain or to make your own kind of terrain if you want to. So this terrain on its own is ridiculous. Like screw Killteam. If you just want the terrain, you don't have to play Killteam to get this box. You can just buy this box with the terrain alone, put it into your Warhammer 40k battle ports, Warhammer 40k terrain, or Warhammer 40k tournaments, and you'll have a ball. You'll have an awesome time because for €65, you get €145 worth of terrain, a game board, and a lot of stuff that you could play in Killteam if you want to. But realistically, these boxes that are start collecting terrain boxes that are disguised as Killteam boxes to sell Killteam, in real man terms, they're actually just there to sell the terrain and to get people actually playing with terrain more, so that potentially in the future Warhammer they might add back terrain rules into Warhammer 40k. But enough about 40k, we're here to talk about Killteam, and as I said, this terrain is amazing because it actually has rules in this game, and it means that terrain in Killteam is very important, and you probably can't play a bog standard game of terrain without, or a bog standard game of Killteam without the terrain, as terrain is needed for stuff like dangerous terrain movements, hopping across some terrain from gaps, and so on and so forth. So that's it for the in-depth look of the terrain. Next, I will just show everything again that came in the box, and I'll give you my overall view of this box and tell you if it's worth it or not. So after going through everything and having an in-depth look at what's inside this Sector Mechanicus environment expansion set, I can confirm that this box is worth everything. The terrain on its own is roughly €140. You get a really cool double-sided board. You get narrative and match played missions for this game. You get cards for your Sector Mechanicus, and you also get more cards for Sector Mechanicus terrain, as well as cool kind of different looking scenarios for the game board itself. So it's definitely worth a buy. It's basically a start collecting box set for terrain because it's the exact same price as start collecting box sets. It's a deal with terrain, and if you were to buy everything on its own, it would cost you maybe twice as much and a little bit over. So that's it for the video. I hope you all enjoyed it. I will be doing another unboxing of the next Killzone environment expansion when it comes out, as well as other Killzone related content in regards of battle reports of many different armies. So as I said, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Wishing you all the best. Hope you come back for more. If you have any questions, if you have anything you want to say to me, if anything in this video intrigued you, please pop them below in the comment section and I'll get back to you as fast as I can. So thanks guys, hope you liked, hope you subscribe, and I hope you come back for more. This has been Rage Against The Imperium, and this is Rage Against The Imperium out.